So let's talk about the bale scale on the rear of the 210 baler. So what we have going on here is a platform that is behind the chamber, and underneath the platform we've got 3 load cells, so we know the weight of each bale as the baler's in the field in operation. You'll see here is a sensor. This sensor reads when a fresh bale is on the scale. So as a bale is exiting the chamber, the sensor will be deactivated, the lever is up, and when a bale drops onto the scale, the sensor senses, and we know that there's a new bale on the scale, so we can reset and weigh that bale in real time. A couple things with the scale: we can set a 0, and we can also calibrate it to make sure that it is reading accurately. So the way you would calibrate this scale is take a known weight. In our case is a couple of twine balls. We know that these twine balls weigh 15.3 pounds a piece. So with the 2 twine balls on the scale, in the monitor we're going to be seeing 30.6 pounds. If that's incorrect, we can change our calibration to match that. The first thing we're going to do is set a 0. So we'll take the twine balls off, and we will go in the cab, we will set that 0, and then we will come back here and put the twine balls back on the scale and make sure that they're reading the correct weight. Now that we've taken the weight off the scale, we're up in the cab, and we're going to go through setting a 0 on the scale as well as calibrating it. First thing I'll show you here is the main display page for the baler. Here's your baler information. We're going to cover all that in another video, but since we're on the bale scale, what we'll show you here is the readout of the weight. So we're going to display our bale weights here, and then we can calculate our tons per hour down here, which we'll cover in another video. So to get into the bale scale zeroing and calibration page, there's a baler settings page down here. We're going to press that, and what you're looking for is bale scale, and our actual weight reading of the scale is shown here. Right now it's showing 1, so we're going to set a 0. Down here we see bale scale 0, press to 0. So if we press that, now we've zeroed the scale. To calibrate it, there's a bale scale calibration setting here. So we're going to go put some weight on the scale, come back in here, and then we're going to calibrate that to reflect the weight. So we've set a 0 in our cab. Now we want to apply a weight to the scale, a known weight, and make sure that that is reflecting on the readout correctly on the display. So we're going to put our weight back on the scale, in this case the twine balls again. In this case we're going to use 2. The combined weight of these twine balls is exactly 30.6 pounds. So we'll go back in the cab and calibrate the scale to reflect that weight. So now that we've applied some weight to our scale, you can see here in the camera we can show the 2 balls of twine on the scale. Same procedure, we're going to go into baler settings, and then we're going to see our readout, which is a little low right now. It's showing 28 pounds. So we're going to go in our bale scale calibration, which is here. This is just a value of what the load cells are seeing, and it's a little strange. The lower the number here, the higher the weight reading there. So I have a value of 13.8 right now, and I want the scale to show more weight. So what I want to do is I want to manipulate that lower, so 13.1, to get that number higher. So it's showing 29, so I didn't go quite high enough, so I'm going to just try 13.0. So we're going to go 13.0, hit OK, and I'm showing 30 pounds. 30 pounds is what I have on the scale. So now I know I'm calibrated.